You're listening to Dubstep and Dragons, a D&D 5e. I actually forgot about that. You guys are going to interrupt me.
I did too. I was like, "Oh crap! Did we do one?"
I was
don't worry,
I was like rolling in and
No.
totally spaced. I know it's coming, but
you're
I
not going to
forget
get away
about
with it.
What?
Said you're not going to get away with it. We're going to interrupt you one way or
One
another.
of these days, I think you guys are going to forget.
I don't know. Anyway, to my interruption.
Yeah, to your interruption. Go for it.
Which do you think has a bigger dick? Dragons or dinosaurs?
Okay, so is this in my make-believe world, or is...
Yeah, your personal opinion. Who do you think would have a bigger dick?
Dragons.
Yeah, I'd say so. Even like a one of them long neck dragon or dinosaurs, I feel like those things have to be
doesn't mean
like,
long dick.
well, you know what they say about long necks. I don't know. I
Long
imagine
scarves.
I was waiting
long
for
turtlenecks.
I was waiting for like a punchline.
No,
But this is a genuine question?
It was a question.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nope, it was a question. I didn't have any fresh jokes. Sorry. I did call Dan last week with a joke though.
It was good.
Yeah.
It
Was
super
it
good.
podcast appropriate?
Yeah. You want to hear it?
Yeah. Or you can save it for
No,
next episode.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
What do urologists and pizza delivery guys have in common?
I don't know.
They both get to keep the tips.
Oh, that's gross. That's super gross. I'm trying to think of what the Jewish guy who nips the tip.
A rabbi?
Yeah, but it's like moil. I think it's a moil. I think that's their technical name. I think it's a moil that nips the tip.
I don't know.
But anyway,
If you're Jewish and you know, let us know.
yeah, please. I
Who
could
nipped your tip?
I could Google it, but
What
I
is
will
the
forget.
name of the dude that nipped your tip?
And there goes our Jewish population.
Have you ever seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
Nip the tip. That's exactly where I got it from. Anyway, a D&D 5e actual play podcast with a cyberpunk twist. I am Matt. I will be your game master. I kind of stumbled there.
You did. I was wondering if you forgot your line.
My brain was all over the place. I was thinking
Focused on nipping tips.
I was thinking about Mel Brooks and yep. Carry on.
Hello. My name is Daniel, and I'll be playing Alphonse.
My name's Luke. I'll be playing Ash, also known as Carbash.
And I'm Bo. I play the one and only Norse Gloomface.
Previously on Dubstep and Dragons, there was a giant floating fucking brain.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I took from last episode.
Yeah.
There was a big one.
I'm very confused if it's magic or not. I'm very confused.
Your
The military did not prepare me for this.
no, your character Alphonse.
Nothing prepared me for this.
Yeah, your characters do not have the D&D knowledge that you have. So they would be absolutely fucking clueless as to what the fuck they just saw. And
Tell you one thing, we ain't got brains down in Georgia.
I can't. I'm not going to speak for your characters. How they would react to something like this is entirely up to them. But I do know how everyone else in the space is reacting, and they're freaking the fuck out. And they are leaving this building as quickly as possible. So to set the scene, we're back in the Grand Ole Opry, and it is destroyed. It is this shell of its former beauty, and it looks as though like nature has kind of started to creep back in, and so the crumbling building has like vines and shit running through it, and there's now that the show is over, there's very little natural light in here. It's very dark. It would be sensory overload, just all the screaming and then the immediate shift in your surroundings. Like somebody flipped a light switch.
Can I do a Constitution saving throw to see if I throw up or not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good. 14.
You get like a little indigestion. You're like, oh. What the fuck? But you have Rebel Bell lying on the floor, neck broken. Her whole body fell to the ground, and it's in this awkward position that looks like there's definitely some broken joints and shit. But she doesn't feel it.
You
There.
don't say.
The backup dancers are still there, but now they're just standing still, almost as though they no longer have any instruction. And you still see the little quadrupedal brains latched onto the back of a few of them. And
Gross.
what's everybody do?
Can I investigate Rebel Bell?
Rebel Bell?
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to investigate.
While he's doing that, I would just look at Alphonse and be like, what the fuck was that thing floating up there, dude?
Well, this investigation sucks, so 6.
NATO did not train me for this, Norris. I have no idea what we just seen or what is going on.
Didn't see that in prison.
You find her fiddle and bow. That's about it.
What are we gonna do? Do we run with everyone?
Find the fucking train and get out of here?
Yeah, we need to work our way to the train. I kind of want to leave.
Are we gonna take the train, or do you guys remember? Oh, did either of you see that entrance on the side of the stage?
No.
No, I didn't see it. Where's it at? Inside of the stage? Stage right?
I believe it's one of
Or
the
stage
sides.
left.
I don't know. Let's look.
So you would remember it was stage left, and just off the stage, it was the only thing that the illusion didn't hide, and it was these two doors that were kind of busted off their hinges, and the surround of the door, the frame of the door. I couldn't think of the word frame. The frame of the door is kind of busted and janky, and right on the inside, you just see like piles of rubble built up, and what looks like a hole in the floor is what you saw on the way in.
Sweet.
So do you guys think this is a shortcut to like the train, or?
I have no idea.
So looking around, you can tell that it would be like getting out of here through the front door would be very difficult. Like there's people getting trampled. Like there's literally thousands of people trying to exit out of this building.
Well, let's definitely not go that way. Let's check out this door.
I'm following you guys, so whatever you all want to do, I guess.
I think we should go towards the door.
I just want to get the fuck out of here.
So Alphonse leads all of you stage left, and you step down the stairs that lead up onto the stage, and you can clearly see what he saw on the way in. It's that busted door, and right on the other side, everybody give me a perception check.
15.
12.
Okay. So
You guys are so cute.
it's adorable. So you walk in, and all three of you see this. There's nothing overly difficult about it. You walk through the doors, and I imagine you're like there's craziness going on behind you, but you're still unsure of what's on the other side of this. So I would imagine you're kind of being a little careful, just kind of peeking in the door.
I take the barrel of my gun and kind of like just peek it through the door and like.
And I've got like both hands on the back of Alphonse, just like peeking over his shoulder, like, "What do you see, man?"
Along with that perception check, something you guys do notice is
All three of us.
all four of you, because Medbot's still with you.
Oh, good. We should probably put my pot away.
All four of you, as you're walking off the stage into this door, there is just this shadow of Norris that's now almost fully corporeal, walking alongside him. And it's no light passes through it. It's just this dark, empty vacuum of black just walking along next to him.
Hey, Norris, I think you got a friend.
Yep. He's my pal.
When
like
you
a
turn
padre.
when you turn to look at your echo, it turns and looks at you.
Norse
they
would
have a
just stick his hand up and be like, slowly like wave back and forth.
It's just mirroring all your movements.
Hey guys, there's two of me while I'm like waving.
That's cool.
Oh, that's so cool. What should we name him?
I don't know.
Norris Jr.? I don't know.
We'll revisit.
But the four of you walk to this doorway, and you take your pistol and you just kind of open the door a little wider, just so you can get your head through the crack, and you see this. It's a big empty room. It's just the backstage area, but just inside of the door, it looks like something has burrowed through the ground, and it's churned up all this rock and soil and just kind of shoved it. It's in mounds on the side of this burrowed hole, and it's almost like, you know how a double barrel shotgun, it's kind of like a figure eight. It kind of looks like that. Like there's a little area in the middle where it's a little bit smaller, but then on the two sides it opens up into this tunnel that goes slowly down as far as you can tell.
Norris would just look at it and be like, that's one big gun.
Hey, Carbash, you really haven't been helpful in this realm, but I'll ask you anyways. Does Noogle have any insight on mole people?
Mole
No,
people
not
real?
that
I don't know.
Do I know anything?
Give me a history or tech, whichever one.
That's a natural 20. So
Okay, so you would have been aware of, you go to some of the trade shows and stuff like that, and actually with that check, you remember you saw the signs for the World's Fair whenever you were coming in. You remember that the last World's Fair was in 2089, so 4 years prior to right now. And they were demonstrating all sorts of different equipment there, but you've seen at other trade shows, because of all the underground farms that they have for fungus and stuff like that. You remember all these burrowing machines that you'd seen in the past. These don't.
Can I tell just by like the edges and rims, it looks like it's a machine that dug this?
So I will tack this onto that check. This does not look like any sort of machine did this. If you get in the room and you're kind of up next to this opening, you can actually see like claw marks in the ground.
Well, Alphonse, I don't know anything about mole people, but I remember burrowing machines, but there's claw marks around here, so this was not done by any of the machines for the burrowing
Yikes.
farms.
It's not spiders, is it? Because I'm terrified of spiders.
No, this is bigger than spiders.
Good. Well, we're good. We're good.
And Bedbutt just looks at you. I have never seen a spider with claws.
There's no other door on the other side or anything.
So
it's just the two
there's
holes.
all sorts of doors back here. There's all sorts of stuff. There's just shit piled up. And you can see there's bodies piled in the because of your check. You guys rolled decent on perception, and then with that natural 20, you see that all along the back wall, like piled around this opening, is bodies in carts.
Do you think these brain things shit?
That I wouldn't know.
Does anyone notice any like scat or feces?
I mean, I've heard of a brain fart.
I've had a couple already this episode.
Can I investigate to see if I can see any like organic material, either scat or or
Brain
pieces
fluid,
of
yeah.
whatever dug
Oh,
here.
there's definitely like brain matter and shit. Like you see
like from
you see like these, most of these bodies, the backs of their heads are gone.
I mean, I want to see if I can find anything.
You
that-
specifically want to look for brain turds?
No, not brain turds. But see if there's like a type of like mucus from whatever dug these holes, or like pieces of whatever dug this hole, like hair
Sure.
or something like
Go
that.
ahead. Go ahead and give me a investigation check. It's intelligence based, so I'm sorry.
I'm got a 15.
15. So as you're kind of you're getting down along this opening, and you see these claw marks that he was talking about. It's got one. It looks like it has one large center claw and then a smaller claw on each side. And you actually see a piece of chipped claw that you can pick out, and when you pull it out, this chip off of the claw is about 1.5 inches long.
So I would pick it up and I would be like, "Hey, Ash, Alphonse, y'all know anything about this?" And I just give it to Ash.
I haven't seen anything like this.
Norse, this is out of my realm. I am so lost here. There's not a computer in sight. There's potentially mole people or something.
Norris
don't-
would just take it back and like put it in his pocket and be like, "Well, it'd make a cool necklace anyway."
Very much so. Absolutely.
If anybody asks,
Well, I don't recommend us going down the holes. So maybe let's see about
so
one of
you-
the doors.
You do see that it looks like there's been a fair amount of foot traffic. Like regular foot traffic. Like there's worn paths going into these holes. And you can even see tracks where like those wagons that the bodies are in. You can see those tracks running in this opening. Like it's pretty good size. It's probably like 10, 12 feet wide and about 7, 8 feet tall.
and they don't split, right? It's just two.
It's just two tracks that seem to run right. It's almost like two well drillers were right next to each other.
Okay.
And like a Venn diagram where there's a little bit of overlap in the middle.
I like it. Well, I mean, I say we keep going. Just where else are we going to go? It's not like we can't turn tail and run if we need to.
What's the lighting situation like in here?
It's pretty dark.
Don't worry. Norris will command flame, and I now am a torch.
Thanks, Norris.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
So yeah, he lights it up, and there's the whole room, and now you can see. You're still in that backstage area, and now you can really see the just like piles of bodies that are stacked up, and they all look pretty fresh. None of these look like they've been here very long.
Do we see anybody like might look super important, or do they all just kind of look like
They all just look like random people.
randos?
Yeah, you. What you do see is there's people from like all walks. You see soldiers, you see civilians, you see people in like country attire. You know, people in suits. Like it's all types of people.
Well, we need to get out, so we could do the one with the most foot traffic.
Alphonse takes the white mask that I have and just set it down on my face like, fuck it. I've seen enough of this shithole for today. Let's get out of here.
So to the tunnels.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the tunnels.
Okay, how do you want to proceed? Are you just going, or do you want to try to be quiet about it?
I think we should be quiet about it.
I'd love to be quiet. I just don't know if the group allows us to.
Well,
Will it be a group stealth?
yeah, everybody roll a group stealth. If 2 people pass, we'll call it a pass.
Stealth. Whew. I'm actually pretty stealthy.
I didn't fail.
17.
19.
10.
That is a group pass.
We're stealthy as fuck, boy.
So you're all kind of huddled together around his torch that he's just holding out in
Which
front
is
of you
actually
guys.
just my middle finger, because it would be funny.
And it doesn't descend super fast. It's a slow decline going down, but you can definitely tell that you're getting fairly deep after a while. The temperature drops. You get that moist air smell from underground. And after walking for about 5 minutes, you come up on an elevator. It's a big, like, industrial elevator. Looks, if somebody wants to give me an investigation check, I should let you guys ask about it. So you do come up to an elevator. There is no shaft going up. There's only a shaft going down.
And there's no other way around the elevator.
The tunnel ends at the elevator.
Well, it's either
feel like
this,
this
we
elevator's
backtrack and go
going the
down the
wrong
other
way.
hole.
Well, I think it's not another hole. I think they're just 2 holes that both end at the elevator.
Yeah, they both both follow the same track.
Oh,
It looks like 2 things dug next to each other to make a wider hole.
gotcha. Well, down we go.
Oh yeah.
But I'd like to investigate the elevator to make sure it looks sturdy enough.
Give me an investigation check.
That is a 19.
19. This, you don't know how the fuck they got this elevator in here. Like, it's sturdy. There's no, unless they brought everything down on foot through that tunnel that you just came through, you're not quite sure how they would have gotten all this down here. Whether it was down here before and they just built tunnels going down to it, or if they somehow built it after burrowing these holes. But it does look sturdy.
Well, it looks good, boys.
Anything digital on this elevator?
It's all pretty analog. Just an up, down, stop button. That's about it.
I can't work this thing.
I lift the gate and go, here we go.
Okay. You close the gate and hit the down button. And it starts moving down, and you're in this solid cylinder. Like, you can see that whatever burrowed those original holes, you can see those claw marks going through this tunnel. And as you descend, you start hearing digging noises, like gravel being churned up. You start hearing footsteps, but it sounds like dozens of footsteps. But you can just hear the echoes. They're quite a ways off. And as you descend down to the bottom and the elevator comes to a stop, you see about a half dozen of these carts lined up where the elevator entrance is. And there's about half of them are full of bodies on your left, and then half of them are empty on the right. And you can see blood smears going down the sides of all of them. How do you proceed? The tunnel goes straight ahead, and then it forks off to the right. You have 2 options.
Well, Medbot, do you have anything packed? Are you packing any more healing spells?
Yes, sir, but maybe don't die.
Yeah. Noted.
I recommend caution.
Hey, Carbash or Norse, do you have a healing potion or something?
Well, I don't have healing potions, but we have.
I think I have one stim pack left.
I'm feeling pretty rugged from whatever the fuck happened upstairs.
Well, we have these military overclock stims, which give each of us pretty much everything back.
Oh, that's right. And actually, the military ones don't have the inherent
effects.
risk of death.
So we could each take one of those before we head out.
I could use one of those.
I think we need to.
Okay, I hand out 3 of them, or
Okay.
hand them to their 2.
So these are similar, like the other ones. These are like an EpiPen that you just jam into your thigh, and as soon as it hits, it is an adrenaline rush. Like you feel fucking great. You feel like you could do fucking backflips. Like you just woke up from the best night's sleep you've ever had. And you all take a long rest.
Yeah, buddy.
Except for Medbot, so keep that in mind.
Mr. DM, is there any way I could hack Medbot and get him a long rest?
You could fold him up and let him rest.
I think we should fold him
Yeah,
up
we
just
probably should.
just for convenience wise,
Yeah.
and don't make as much noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I did roll stealth for him.
So,
And fortunately, he rolled well, in spite of having disadvantage.
was there like a button to fold him up?
Yeah, it's real simple. You just hit a button and he just.
I walk over to him and I hit his button to fold up.
Thanks for all your help, Medbot. I feel like he would have like the old school like windows shutting down.
All right.
So, gentlemen, how are we proceeding forward?
Well, I don't like the sign of carts full of dead people. So I don't really want to go that route, but I also don't like the empty ones because that means that they need to get full, and I don't like that route. So I don't like either of them.
It's either that or we backtrack and go out the main entrance.
Well, here's a thought. Hear me out. What if Ash and I pretend to be dead in one of these carts and you kind of push us around?
I mean, that could work. Do we see what's making the foot noises?
You haven't seen anybody yet. You guys can hang out and try to like hide somewhere if you want to wait and see what comes, or whatever you want to do.
I would say to Alphonse, it's a good idea, but I feel like I would still stick out because I don't know what's down here. So what if we all pretended to be dead and just wait to see what comes around, and then I can get out and just clobber him and take whatever he's wearing, and then we can push it around.
Do you still have that golden dice in your pocket?
Oh yeah,
Pull it out.
I produce my dice.
Evens we stay, odds we go.
You know, I can't argue with that logic. And this one looks pretty dang good.
I feel like that's the best.
Evens we stay, odds we go.
Mm-hmm.
We're staying.
Great.
All right.
I'll go get comfortable in a cart.
I want to
So-
find a very plushy guy and just like lay up against him.
So you want to go into the one of the full carts or one of the empty carts?
One of the empty carts.
Okay.
Or no, one of the full carts.
Okay. You go and you do you all want to squeeze into the same one?
Yeah, Norse is scared. I want one of my buddies.
I kind of want to just sit in an empty cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Norris,
I'm going with Carbash then.
Carbash.
I was going to sit back in the corner, like in the dark, and just kind of sit on the corner and just watch.
Oh, well, then I guess I'll be by myself in a full one.
Okay. So you have one in a full, one in an empty, and one in a corner.
Yep.
I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty strategic.
Yeah, spread it. It's not a terrible strategy. Okay. So all of you hunker down in your respective areas. We'll carry your stealth roll over. And after waiting about
before we get too much further, I'm going to extinguish my flame.
Very good. And there's a little bit of light down here. There seems to be just like you know how in mines they have, it almost looks like Christmas lights
Yep.
that run along the tops. They have those running in. It's pretty dim in here, but it is lit, so you can see what's going on. And after sitting and waiting, everybody give me a perception check.
10.
20.
13.
So after about 15 minutes, Alphonse, you start hearing, the whole time you've been hearing this sound of gravel, this sound of rock being kind of churned up, coming from the main tunnel straight ahead. From the right hand tunnel, there's a little rip in the basket you're in, and in the cart you're in. It's like canvas, and you can just see through it. You see another cart rolling out of that right hand tunnel, and it looks like just two humans rolling this cart, and you can see like limbs hanging over the side of the cart, and you can see that the canvas is pushed out like the full ones that Norris is in, and so it looks pretty packed full. And they come and they push this full cart right in line with the cart that Norris is in.
Do we hear what they're talking about?
They are not speaking.
Okay.
And after they push the cart and park it, they walk over to the cart that Alphonse is in, and they're walking. There's like 20 feet between the two, and they're walking from the cart they just dropped off to Alphonse's cart. Hooty-hoo! Hooty-hoo!
Norris is probably just going to wait to see what their reactions are to Alphonse being in the cart.
Okay.
Because
Ash,
I want
anything?
them good and
I'm
straight.
ready. How far away are they?
So where you're
Probably
at,
like 10 foot.
you're about 30 feet back.
Okay.
Because you would have had to be back kind of by the elevator in order to kind of be hidden. And the elevator comes out, and you have the 3 carts on each side. So yeah, you'd be about 30 feet from where Alphonse is.
I just grab my pistol and just kind of hang on to it with my holster.
Okay.
And just sit there, ready to draw.
I stand up out of the cart and I look at these two. I go, "Hey, have you guys seen the bathroom?"
Norris would immediately jump out and like ready in action to just bash them both on the head, one with each arm.
So we'll call that a surprise round because they definitely didn't see any of this coming. Go ahead and do your surprise round. Anybody that wants to.
Oh, yeah, we're doing it. I don't want to.
So that's just
So
Just an
you
attack
haven't.
roll,
You're
right?
not raging, so you don't have the lightning and fire. So just give me your 2d6 on each. Give me an attack roll on each of them with advantage, and then your 2d6.
I want to.
I don't want to
'cause
waste rage.
I still have the mask.
Yeah, these look like just normal ass people.
I still have the mask on, so I kind of want to do like an insightful fight check on
Okay.
it and see if the mask has any data on these two idiots.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead and roll insight.
Oh, baby. My insight check is going to be a 17.
They rolled a 15.
Ooh.
So you have this mask on, and your heads up display, as soon as you pop up, your heads up display starts scanning them. And just as you're scanning them, it starts pinging all these weak points on their bodies, and just as it loads these weak points, you see Norris coming up behind them with both fists, and he just clocks one on the top of each of them on the top of the head.
Nice.
19.
19 definitely hits.
Perfect. And then
I'm gonna make
Or
this.
actually, no, that wasn't even with my modifier, so that was just a
Yeah,
flat.
I'm gonna make this easy. They have 8 hit points. These are commoners.
Okay.
So you bash them on the head, and both of them just crumple to the ground. They lay on the ground, twitching for a minute, and then the back of their head blows out, and from each of them, these quadrupedal brains explode out of their cranium and lunge at you.
Okay, I'm just going to clap one of them in between my 2 big metal hands.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Is it only one that jumps at me?
No, they both jump at you.
Oh, fuck.
Do I see both of them like jump at him?
Oh yeah, you would definitely see this.
Well, can I just try to grapple him then?
Dude, you don't want to grapple.
No?
You can do whatever.
Yeah, do what you want,
You
but-
do whatever you want.
Well, I was just thinking, like, how big are they? Like, can I grab
They're-
each
they're-
of them in my hand?
One in each.
That's what I want to do. I want to grab one in each hand if they're big enough.
I tell you what, if you roll an athletics check above a 20, which your athletics modifier is pretty good. If you roll above a 20, I will let you palm these 2 brains.
Oh, fuck. This is risky business.
You can do it.
Oh, God, dude. If they fucking eat my brain this early. 24.
Ooh, so
Holy
these
fuck.
their heads explode and these 2 brains come rah! lunging at you, and they're slimy, and it looks like they have like these hairy little legs. They're like 10 inches long, and they have these little club feet on them, and they're just like lunging at you. And you reach out and you palm each of them, and you're just holding these 2 4-legged brains out at arm's length, and they're lashing at you and trying to get to you.
So I'm going to command flame, roast them, and then just slam them on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of hit points. So just for fun, you just ignite your hands.
Yeah.
You don't burn a full rage. You just ignite your hands, and you can hear this simmering, singeing flesh. You hear these little piercing noises in your brain, and then all of a sudden all their legs stop kicking, and you let them go, and they
No,
have
I want to
these.
smash them.
Oh.
I'm not just letting them go. They are getting smashed. I'm not taking any chances of them fuckers coming back.
You smash them together, and they just the brain matter just sprays all over you and Alphonse.
Norris just wipes my hands on like the dead carcasses in the buggy and go, "That's nasty."
Damn it, Norris! We didn't get any information out of that. Now
You're welcome for not letting your brain get eaten.
I had that under control.
I didn't. I mean, technically I did. I caught them both.
I walk up behind him and go, "What the fuck was that?" This is like see you guys covered in just brain matter.
Did my mask
Like-
pick up anything when they blew out, or like blew out of the corpses? Did I get any information? Off of
So
that?
so you could see all you saw was these brains lunge out because it was still running the scan on the 2 humans, and before the scan was done, he smashed their heads and these brains came shooting out.
So now what?
I don't
like-
know. We got exploding bodies. You got to kill them twice. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have much to kill.
Well, them 2 didn't.
Have you heard all the footsteps?
Yeah,
There's
I know.
a lot of mud truckers up there.
And with your 20 perception, you still hear the footsteps. Down here it's louder than it obviously was at the top. it seems like most of the steps are like really in sync. You know, kind of like soldiers marching, that all of them in step, moving at the same time. They don't seem to be getting closer to you or anything like that. But you can hear them down the tunnel.
So do we want to continue on and see what's going on, or?
So here's Norris's idea. I say we take the clothes off these two, we put them on, and somebody pushes. However, I will say this. I'm pretty strong, but I'm not a very good liar. So if I get stopped, I'm not going to say that I can lie my way out of it, but I'll sure try.
Norris, we definitely we missed out on getting information. You killed them too fast.
Well,
We don't
I
know if
wasn't
they can even
expecting you
talk.
to jump up. I was just going to wait and see what their reactions were whenever they seen you in an empty cart. You stood up and asked where the bathrooms were.
Well, we don't even know if they talk.
Well, that's fair, but I'm reactive, not,
Proactive.
yeah. Thanks, Mr. DM.
You're welcome.
Norris not smart.
So you want me to push a cart?
I mean,
All
I
right,
can
fine,
put-
get in.
all right, cool.
Throw some dead bodies. I'll throw the 2 dead bodies. Help me throw these dead bodies on top of this.
All right. So I just huck a couple bodies in there.
Yeah, I
and
hope Norris.
climb on top.
And
of
you
them.
don't need to like steal their clothes. It looks like they're just wearing just normal ass clothes. Like whatever they stumbled into Nashville in is what they're wearing. So there's no like uniform.
Well, I was just thinking maybe they're used to seeing these two guys, so if we were at least wearing their clothes, it'd be a little less inconspicuous, or it'd be more inconspicuous. However you use
That's
that
up to
word.
Norris.
Well, Norris is riding, so
Yeah.
I don't need to walk.
All right, I am going to see if I can push this cart.
Okay. It's pretty easy. You don't even have to make a strength check for it, especially since Ash is pushing with you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Norris is in the cart with a couple of bodies over him, and Alphonse and Ash are pushing the cart. Which tunnel do you go down?
Rock, paper, scissors, or are you going to decide?
Norris just goes, anybody want my gold dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbash, roll that thing.
Here you go, Carbash.
Handed. What is evens left?
Call
Odds
it.
right?
Call it.
Got a 5, so that's odds left.
Hi ho. Hi ho. Off the mine shaft we go. Do, 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 do.
So, as you go down the left side shaft, you push through for a ways, and you start seeing these crystals, these like crystal growth coming out of the walls as you're going through, and it's like these veins of crystals running through, and you see.
Would Norris see this as well, since I'm in the cart?
Are you sitting up high enough to where you would see it, or are you laying in there?
laying down on my back, looking straight up.
Then yeah, you would see these veins of crystals going across the ceiling of it, and you see mushroom growth, all sorts of stuff like that down here.
I would just slightly whisper to Carbash, "Hey, you think you can grab me one of those crystals? It would look really cool next to that chip thing I found in the drill next to my."
Maybe in a bit.
All right,
I was going to lean over to Alphonse and go, these mushrooms would look good on your mushroom farm for your business.
No, I should probably steal a couple.
Don't forget my crystal. I really want to make a cool necklace.
Can I try to grab some mushrooms and crystals?
Absolutely, yeah. It's not hard.
Okay.
You can just chip some out of the wall, and then just grab some mushrooms. Easy enough. Throw them in the bag. No problem.
Thanks, buddy.
Once we hit this point and Ash is grabbing some mushrooms and crystals, I would look over at him like, "Hey, really appreciate what you did up there. I don't know what would have happened if you didn't snap me out of that.
I don't either. Those little brain head things didn't look like they would be that much fun.
No, and they were right where I was stuck or where I woke up.
Yeah, they looked like they were trying to move their way towards you guys.
Gross. Gross.
It just makes this like itch at the back of your head.
Things that make you go.
So you continue on, and that sound of grinding stone is getting louder and louder and louder, and you start to see, as you're going through, you start to see people. They're in there, and they have, and they're chipping away at these crystal veins, and they're throwing them in these sacks that are hanging off of their sides. And it's crazy because they're taking these, like, they're knocking some pretty decent sized chunks out of there and just dropping them in these bags, and it doesn't seem to be making the bag any heavier. If anybody wants to give me a quick Arcana check, probably Alphonse. You can't see this, Norris.
Well,
I wouldn't want
positive
to
thing, it's a nat 20 for a 28.
So you can tell that all of these people have bags identical. They're not as nice. They just look like more like canvas sacks, but they have the same property as the case that you guys took from Carbon.
Hey, Carvash, I think we should mug these people and steal their bags. I don't know, did you notice them chipping away those giant crystals and just throw them in
Would
there?
I have noticed it?
Yeah, you would have
Okay.
seen it. Yeah.
Hey, what are you
Yeah.
guys talking about up there?
It didn't look like the crystals were, like, the bags were getting heavier while they were putting the crystals away, so
There's
you
more
can each have
crystals?
your own bags.
I pistol whipped the pile of bodies. Quiet in there!
So there's a decent amount of people around in these mines. You guys can wait until you and we can do a check later to find like somebody secluded, but for now you're seeing all these people, and they're just tirelessly working, just chipping away at these crystals and dropping them in these cases, and they just keep going at it. And a lot of them look pretty ragged, like their hands are bleeding. They're barely able to hold these picks up that they're chipping this crystal away with. And after a while, you see one that just collapses on the ground, and the back of its head explodes. And you see this four-legged brain just scurry across the floor, hop up on the wall, and then go into a little tunnel and out. Just this little, like, 2-foot tunnel, and go out of the tunnel, out of the space you're in. And the person standing next to him, just as you're walking by, grabs this body and throws it in your cart as you're rolling by.
Norris would just be like, like startled, but
One bag down.
I try not to make too much noise.
And you keep passing through, and you're seeing more and more. Like you see some of these have like these huge crystal veins that are like 10 foot wide, and there's a dozen people just chipping away at it. As you go through, the noise, that grinding noise, is getting louder and louder, and you come around this corner into this big open underground cavern, and you see, everybody give me a perception check. Let's see how much you see.
I'm gonna.
You can give
do
me a perception check with disadvantage.
I figured.
That's a 10.
13.
21.
Jesus.
That's with disadvantage.
Dis?
Well, I mean,
Holy.
this kind of makes sense. So you're kind of laying on your back in this cart as they're rolling through, and you guys are looking at ground level. Like, there's plenty going on at ground level to keep your attention, and so you see just dozens dozens of people in this big empty cavern, just chipping away at these veins, and they're up on scaffolding. They're all over, and you see them. You see people that have dropped, and as soon as you roll the card in, people around grab them and start throwing them in the carts, and all these four-legged brains just pop up, scurry up the wall and out these little tunnels going out all over. Norris.
I'm like kind of like making my way on top of the pile every time a body comes in.
Yeah. So you're in between two bodies. You're looking up, and you just have your head kind of like your neck and head kind of poking out the top, and you're looking around, and you see floating in the air about 50 feet up in this big cavern, you see what looks like a human in this really elegant kind of bluish dark robe, and it has this large purplish blue head, and then on the front it's got a flat nose and then these 4 tentacles coming off where its mouth should be, just floating up in the air watching everything.
So I try to very nonchalantly go, Ash, Alphonse, guys,
What?
look up.
No.
Alphonse, you want to look up.
I look up.
You see this floating figure 50, 60 feet up in the air, and it's almost like somebody supervising, like just standing there watching and kind of rotating around in circles, just watching everything going on. And then you catch, looking around, you catch off to the side where the grinding noise is coming from, and there's these 2 large, it's hard to, they almost look like a combination of a shark and a rock. It's 4 legs and this large muscular plated body, and then it's got this massive head with this gaping mouth, and it's just clawing and chewing through the rocks, digging all these offshooting tunnels. And there's one forward and to the right, and there's one directly to your left, about 60 feet off in each direction. And they're just clawing and biting at the walls and digging these tunnels out.
Can I just say, out of game, I just pictured Dwayne Johnson with like a shark face. Just a very muscular shark face Dwayne Johnson.
Imagine if a shark and a bear had a baby.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig.
Oh, God.
Man, shark, pig.
I'm gonna look around. I want to look around and see if, like, while we're pushing this cart, which way the track leads off. Is there like another tunnel it goes to?
There's a number of tunnels coming off of this. We'll say, for simplicity's sake, that there are 12 tunnels coming off of this. There's one main you could see one large tunnel. It's about the size of the tunnel to the right when you first came in. And logically, that seems like it would lead back to the elevator. Everybody,
An elevator that.
give me a group deception check.
Oh, Jesus.
As you feel, it's not like you guys have felt with Rebel Bell like somebody really trying to penetrate your mind. Like you felt the presence of that giant brain. You feel this is almost like a casual probing of your mind. What's everybody's deception?
10.
Half his.
30.
Jesus.
Fucking A. You see why I didn't want to push the cart?
So, that's 2 failures. And you two, Alphonse, you hear nothing. You two, in your minds here, you're not supposed to be here. And the digging stops.
God damn it.
Damn it.
And all of the people that are chipping away, their heads turn around. Yes,
Question.
Norris.
We would still be stealthing, though, correct?
No.
Damn it. I was like, do we get advantage?
So, all these heads turn around. All these people stop chipping away at the crystal. The 2 shark bears. I'm just gonna tell you what they're called, just so I can stop calling them shark bears.
Dwayne the Shark Johnson.
They're called bullets. So you have these 2 bullets that just like a dog that just heard a whistle. They just rotate around and they're facing right towards you.
Fuck.
What you guys say?
Nothing.
We didn't say anything, but something told us that we weren't supposed to be here.
What are you talking about?
In our brains, said you're not supposed to be
Yep,
here.
we're not supposed to be here.
Everybody,
What's going on out there?
roll for initiative.
Fuck me.
Bitch.
Holy shit. 24.
17.
This totally makes sense for my character. Got an 8.
Well, let me roll.
Oh, this is going to suck. I'm glad we took those potions.
Yeah, thank God on that.
Norris was sitting at 68 out of triple digits.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Make it
What
sound-
did you roll, Alphonse?
8.
You had the 3rd best initiative.
Dang it.
Oh, mercy. This is going to get interesting.
So, we should be able. We'll just run this theater of the mind. If it gets real crazy, then we'll bust out the minis. So, Norris,
Yep.
you're up first.
Okay.
You're buried under corpses.
Mm-hmm.
You're covered in goo,
Mm-hmm.
brain matter, blood, slime, nastiness. You don't see the 2 bullets, but you hear the digging stop, and you hear coming from 2 sides of you. This kind of barking, chattering noise.
I would just look up because, I'm buried up to my neck in bodies, and I look at Ash, and then I look over at Alphonse, and I go, I need to rage, don't I?
Well, you guys did something. This is not going to end well.
You're a lot of help, and I just, jump up, and, as I
Oh,
come out,
God.
I just enter my rage, and I just come out like a fucking rocket with just with flames and electricity sparking out of me.
And the bodies covering you just explode out of this cart.
How
as you
far are the
erupt
bullets?
out. The bullets are about 60 feet from you. So they're
So
a ways.
I wouldn't be able to
No.
throw bodies into the bullets as I come out.
No, they definitely would not fly 60 feet.
I'm pretty fucking strong, Mr. DM. All right, well, yeah. So I come out of this muck and bodies, a flaming gorgeous.
And as soon as you ignite, all
Green-headed man.
that tissue that's covering you just starts burning and singeing off of you. Like all your steel plating for your armor is now just like a skillet And he smells like delicious bacon.
Would you eat me? I'd eat me.
Oh God.
What's your move, man?
Well, I would probably land and see the bullets, and probably want to go for those guys because I'm raging and they look like fun.
Okay, you have one in front and one to your left.
How does a dash work again?
Dash is your action, and it doubles your movement speed.
I don't want to do that. I'm just going to take 40 foot of walking towards the closest bullet towards me, and I'm going to transform my arm into Lexis.
Okay.
And fire 2 shots.
Okay.
At the bullet in front of me. Ooh. First one. 13 probably does not hit.
Negative.
And the
These
next
things
one-
have they're hide. Like you hit it, but it just deflects off this thing's hide.
The next one's a 24 to hit.
It definitely hits.
Perfect. 2d8s. Plus 6, so 13 and
You're at an hour right now.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. 14 damage to the first one.
14 for one and 13 to the other. Actually, no, because
Yeah, you only hit on one.
it's 2d8 plus 6, so plus 6 is 21 damage total.
Okay. All right. Ash.
So you walked 40 feet towards them.
Yeah, he went straight forward. You still have the one to your left.
I look over at Alphonse and I go, I don't like this situation at all. Are we getting out of here?
Carbash, I'm following your lead here.
I lean over and touch him on the shoulder and go, okay, here we go. Protection from good and evil on him. So I cast that on you as my action.
Okay.
And I just say screw the cart and start backing out. And I run 30 feet back the way we went.
Okay.
Because I can't dash on mine, right?
Correct. You used your
Yeah.
action to put
Right.
protection on good and evil on him.
Yep. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to face step teleport another 30 feet.
Okay.
So to do that, and now I'm 60 feet back.
So keep track of this. You guys have about 300 feet to the elevator.
Like back the way we came.
Yeah, to go back the way you came, or you could take your chances with one of the tunnels. The tunnels are close, but you don't know where they go.
Well, I'm fighting, so I didn't hear any of this.
I booked it. I already did my stuff, so that's my moves. And now you
Yeah,
are
now we come to
protected.
Alphonse.
Fuck. I mean, I'm cool-headed and ready to.
Sounded like you were just giving a Boy Scout speech.
Norris, I think we're running.
Norris would look behind me real quick and be like, "Where the fuck's he going? We just went all this way."
yeah,
Medbot
we're out of here.
is Medbot an action?
No.
Or bonus action.
Medbot
to-
is an action
action
to activate.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. I'm gonna take the Medbot kit and I'm gonna throw it in the air, and my hope is he does this beautiful transformation out of the case and tries to inspire me with some sort of hope that we're gonna live.
So you, just as you're tossing it up, you hit the button to activate him, and it gets you toss it about 10 feet in the air, and it's spinning in this beautiful spiral. Give me a performance check.
Oh
20.
God!
Yes.
So it gets about 10 feet up, and it just slowly starts unfolding itself, and does a backflip and lands in the 3-point stance.
Oh my gosh, yes.
As I see it, do I see it?
No, you're running.
Do I see it?
Yes, because
Yes.
you were looking back to find out what was going on.
When he did that, did I see this floating creature that was in the air?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, you're now aware of the mind flayer.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no, that's what that is. Fuck.
With the mind flare floating above the sky and realizing I don't know if I can run that far and Medbot's out, I take a steady aim at this thing, and that's my bonus action.
Okay.
And basically, in that moment, my mask. So the beauty of Medbot was amazing, but my mask caught a glimpse of that, so my focus turned back to this mind flare, or what?
Okay.
What this floating beast?
Yeah, you can call it mind flayer. Your characters don't know that, but for simplicity's
Okay.
sake,
Okay.
you can refer to it as mind flayer.
And it's just pinging off, trying to target, and I don't know. That's what I got.
Okay. That brings us to bullet 1.
The one I'm at.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
So,
bring it, bitch.
so this thing's snarling, and it's like kicking at the ground like a bull, and it charges towards you, and it only runs about 5 feet, and then it launches itself into the air.
North just looks up, and I just flip it off.
And this massive creature comes crashing down on top of your head. I need a DC 16 strength or dexterity saving throw. Your choice.
Oh, strength or dex?
It doesn't matter. DC 16.
Yes.
It's a 19.
You take
Without-
half. You take half of this damage, and you're raging, so you take half again
Perfect.
because it's 14 bludgeoning and 14 slashing. So that would be half to 14, half to 7. So you take 7 damage total. As this thing crashes on top of you, you kind of roll out of the way, and it just catches your side with a claw.
Perfect.
And I believe that is its whole turn. Yes, it is. The next bullet is going to spend its movement just charging forward. Yeah, it's going to cover its 40 feet. Actually, no. You see it drop down under the ground and just start digging like crazy, and you can feel vibrations under the ground, and you don't know where it is.
Great.
That brings us to Mr. Mind Flayer, and it's looking down. Oh yeah, you activated Medbot. Okay. It's looking down, and you see it kind of cock its head, because Alphonse is looking directly at it. You see it kind of cock its head and look down at you, and it starts just slowly lowering itself to the ground. And it is going to disappear. It starts slowly lowering itself down and then just goes completely invisible. Norris.
Okay, cool. So Norris is just going to yell out, "Are we fucking running or what?" And then I'm going to pull up Lexi's again and take 2 shots at this guy. Or actually, I'm going to...
It's right in your face.
Good. So I'm just going to yell, "Are we running or not?" And I'm going to wait for a response before I take 2 shots.
Ash, we're in trouble.
Well, it doesn't look like we're running, so let's do this.
All right, so then I just take 2 shots. Oh, fuck me. Neither of those are going to hit, and one of them is a nat 1.
Okay. Because you're new, I'm gonna remind you of an ability. Do you want to spend your bonus action and summon your echo?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yep, sure do. I'm going to do that.
Okay. So just as
But on
you're
the other side of it.
just as you're getting ready to take these shots, anybody looking at Norris would see this shadow just step out of him and kind of pivot around this bullet to the backside of it. And that brings us to Ash.
Well, deciding we're not running, I am nowhere near any of this shit.
I'm nowhere near any of this shit.
I'm going to use 30 feet to go straight back.
Okay.
So now I'm 30 feet behind Alphonse. And at the bullet that's next to him, you really are way the fuck over there. I'm actually just going to use my revolver and just take 2 shots. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Neither of them hit. It's an 8 and a 7.
Nope.
No, they don't.
You're right at the end of your range, and you just can't quite get that accuracy down. Going forward, I know that you now have Eldritch Blast.
I debated it.
If you want to use it, I have a way that we can integrate that. It's up to you.
I thought about it, and I think I know what you're going for.
Okay.
So, but I wanted to save it.
Okay.
Because I wanted to, so. And I'm gonna give me a sec here. No, I'm gonna save that, and I'm just gonna save my bonus action and call that my turn.
Okay. Alphonse.
I know we said we're going to do Theater of the Mind. Remind me in relation where Alphonse is compared to where the Mind Flayer disappeared.
So the Mind Flayer disappeared about 40 feet above your head.
Okay. So Ash is now next to Alphonse again.
I'm 30 feet behind you.
30 feet behind me. Ooh, fuckity-doo. Well, that's lame. I guess the bear dog thing.
Bullet.
Bear
the
dog.
bullet. That's too hard.
Dwayne the Shark Johnson.
Dwayne the Shark Johnson over here biting,
On you guys.
making attack rolls against good old Norris. I'm gonna just take a couple shots at it.
Okay.
Pray for the best. Don't know what happened to that thing that was floating in the air. And would this be considered at advantage since he's within 5 feet, right?
You wouldn't have advantage, but you would get sneak attack.
I would get sneak attack.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, fuck, that missed. That's a 13.
Yep. 13 misses. You still have one more shot.
20?
20 hits.
Cool. But sneak attack was only on the first attack?
Nope.
First shot?
You
Okay.
you get sneak attack once per round, regardless of which shot.
Which shot? Okay. Cool, thanks.
Yep.
So this and then these. Please roll good.
We're all rolling like crap.
I heard a little snort, so it must have been a good one.
Didn't mean to.
You do have 2d6 for sneak attack also.
Yeah, I did. It
Okay.
rolled that. It rolled that.
Okay,
back.
I just wanted to make sure.
So that is a total of 6 damage plus 5, so 11.
11 damage.
11 damage.
All right. So, in spite of this thing looking like it's made of stone, you guys are actually, when you hit it, you are taking some decent chunks out of this thing. Like, it's not just shrugging these off. It hurts.
For my bonus action, since I'm still standing by the cart, I would like to grab that bag off the dead corpse.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy enough.
Cool. Done with my turn.
Okay. That brings us to bullet 1. It is in melee with Norris, so it is just going to make a bite attack. He is as a natural 18 plus 7 for 25.
Hits.
So, it hits for 30, half to 15.
Fuck me.
But it only gets one attack.
Good.
Next is Bullet 2. You guys continue feeling that rumbling under your feet, and this hole erupts from the ground, and this bullet comes launching through the air and lands right on top of Alphonse and the cart. Give me a dexterity or strength saving throw, your choice. DC 16.
24.
Yeah, okay. So you see this thing coming. It's just flying through the air. Your eyes get real fucking big, but your mask almost gives you a sign, like gives you an exit strategy. And you just do a tumble off to the side. You take a little bit of damage. You take 14 damage just from hitting the ground and tumbling across the ground. And just shrapnel from this cart explodes everywhere.
I'm just gonna say, I think it's cute that you think 14 damage is a little damage.
Well, it's not as bad as it could have been.
It's true. True.
And that brings us to the Mind Flayer. Ash, I need a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence, you said?
Yes.
That just adds the... No, it's plus. Okay. It's 16.
Perfect. You actually feel this pulse hit you, and it actually it almost feels physical as it comes in contact with you, and you can feel it try to stun you, and you just shake it off and remain conscious.
Do I need to roll a concentration on that? No,
No,
because
you
I
didn't
didn't
take
take any
damage.
damage.
Yep, you got to take damage in order to make a concentration check. Norris, you and your Echo are sandwiching this bullet.
Mm-hmm. So, because this is the first time that I've summoned my Echo, I'm just going to ask a question. So, can I make one attack and then have my Echo move, or do I have to move my Echo and that counts as an action?
So
Like,
you
what can I
and your
do?
Echo have separate movement. So you can both move 30, however much movement you have.
40.
You can both move. Actually, I think your Echo can only
30.
move
30
Yeah.
for the Echo.
But you have separate movement. You can move them however you want during your turn, as long as you don't exceed that amount of movement.
And then I can use one of my attacks, and my Echo can use one attack?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can ping pong this thing back and forth.
Norris has an idea. So I'm going to take one attack against the bullet,
Okay. Which arm are you using?
my firearm,
Okay.
which is going to be 17.
17 just hits.
Perfect.
Like you hit this thing, and as soon as your arm connects, you see that armor plating crack and give under your fist.
Ooh.
Oh, are you using your gun?
Yeah, because I'm still got Lexi, so I'm just taking a shot.
You know you can just switch that whenever you want.
yeah,
Like that's a free action to switch.
right.
Okay.
But I do more damage.
No, you
with
don't.
them. Yeah, I do.
You do 4d6.
with an unarmed strike.
Oh, okay, because you get 2d8 with your
Yeah.
shotgun plus your 2d6.
Yeah, which I
You-
just rolled 2 d6s instead of 2 d8s.
although
so
you're-
I'm gonna reread.
Although actually, because the gun is based off of your dexterity and your fist is based off your strength, I think it equals out.
Oh, I'm just looking at 2d6 plus 5 and then 2d6 plus, or 2d8 plus 6 is how it reads on my attack sheet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess your gun does do more damage.
Yeah.
You just have a lower to hit.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So
And you cannot go reckless with your gun because it's not strength based.
That's fine. 13 damage.
Okay.
And then I am going to command my Echo 30 foot in the air because I can move it
Okay.
in any direction. And I'm hoping that it is somewhere in the vicinity that I last seen that weird flat
That's
face
too
thing.
far away. You have to summon it within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, that's why I just
You're not
30
even
foot
close.
in the air.
Fuck. You're 40 feet ahead. It was 40 feet back and 40 feet up.
Oh, I
Last
thought
you
it was.
saw it.
I thought it was right above me.
It was right above the cart.
Oh, because I moved from the cart.
Yeah. Next time we're definitely going to use the map.
Yeah. Okay.
Still can.
Well, anyway, he's already in the air, so I'm going to swap places with it.
Okay. And be 30 feet in the air.
Yep.
Okay. You're 30 feet in the air.
Oh,
You're
wait.
falling.
He didn't have. I didn't use his action yet. I'm going to use my rocket boots, change from Lexi's to my arm, and just fucking zoom down on this fucking bullet
Okay.
like a flaming fucking missile.
Perfect. Hit
right,
this motherfucker.
right in the dome. This is going to work out way better than I thought. I thought I just wasted an action. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Perfect. 2d6 plus 5.
He gets your rage damage too
3
from
4,
from your flaming and electric arm.
Oh, that's 2 more d6s.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Yeah,
roll
he gets the same damage you do.
4, 5. So that would be plus 5. So that's 10 plus 2 more d6. That's 19 damage.
19 damage. Whew. It's
Very
looking
nice.
it's looking pretty damn rough.
And then I call it a bitch when I land.
Wait. You used the rocket boots.
I did.
That's an auto crit.
So what do I do for that?
So that's another 24 damage.
Perfect. Do I kill it with my fucking flaming missile rocket boot skates?
So
Holy cow.
with that crit, it had 23 hit points left. That's what made me think about it. So you're up in the air and you just like Superman dive, like fist out.
Oh, 100% I do.
And your rockets light up and it drives you into the head of this bullet, and it just it erupts on impact. You hit it with fire and lightning and it just and you make a crater in the ground.
Hell yeah. I stand up and I go, you can call me Superman.
Okay, so now we have the bullet that's at the cart, and then mystery mind flayer somewhere.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ash.
All right.
Dun,
So
dun, dun.
now he's technically 30 feet away.
Yep.
Now, I am going to use my movement, go up to it. So that's 30 feet all the way.
Yep.
And I'm going to take 2 strikes with it with my sword. So I whip my sword out and just go hammer time now.
All right.
After Norris's great,
That was pretty sweet.
great move. So, well, no, 1 doesn't hit, but 1 does.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20 and a 11.
Yeah. 20 definitely.
And on the
hits.
20, I'm going to use Divine Smite
Okay.
at a level 2.
Are you still alive over there?
What the
I
crap?
want to know if the mic picked that up.
That's what that bullet sounded like when I hit it.
That like threw me
bones
off. I was
crushing.
like, oh my god.
Oh,
For the listeners, if it didn't pick up on the mic, I just cracked my neck and it was very loud.
violently. Like he was trying to snap it off.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, on
wanna
that
feel
bullet,
what my
he
opponent
takes.
I live and
8,
breathe this.
13,
Can somebody call the doctor?
18 damage.
18 damage. Okay. takes a big old chunk out of this thing.
And that. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Alphonse.
Cool. Well, I have a question real quick for you. I want to take 2 shots, but I want to do one at stray, like a stray shot into the air to see if I can hit this other thing. But can I like luck roll that the stray bullet hits?
So what it'll be is an attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you know his approximate area because you watched him descend before he went invisible. So you know his approximate area. So you can take a shot with disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm going to take my first shot at the whatever in front of it.
The bullet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It's not going to resonate.
Dwayne the Shark Johnson.
Either way.
You can just call it a bullet.
Bullet. 20.
Hits.
The bullet. Mr. Bullet is going to take 7, 8, 9, 14 damage.
14 damage. Takes another healthy chunk out of this thing.
And then the stray bullet, no, 14.
Okay, yeah, it just...
Unless fifth.
I
Never
can't
mind,
tell.
can't tell
I can't tell you ACs.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to use my 1 luck point on a 15. Yeah, I'm blowing it.
'Kay.
I don't know what's going to happen.
You fire randomly up in the air. You know approximately where this thing is. You just point your gun up and fire. And purple blood sprays out. I gotta roll concentration.
Yeah.
It does stay invisible.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Outside of game, good go.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. You see 8 damage worth of purple blood spray out.
Cool.
You just winged it.
Tis but a scratch.
Bullet 1 is DED dead. Bullet, yes?
Random question. So those are my actions. Can I use, like, would Insightful Fight help with, I know it's invisible, but would it help trace that hit since the blood came out or anything?
I tell you what. Give me a perception check. If it's above a 20,
20.
okay. So you don't see it, but it's almost like, you know, in the Predator movies when it goes invisible, you see that you see that through
Okay.
your mask. So you're still going to have disadvantage on attacks, but if it moves, you can trace it.
Sweet.
Yes. Bullet 2, since you're right in its face, it's going to take an attack at Ash.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets a 3 plus 7 for 10. Does that hit?
No, that does not hit.
So this thing's still reeling from smashing into the cart and getting smacked in the head. It's not quite there yet, and it tries to just like smack, like backhand you, and you just able to deftly dodge out of the way. That brings us to Mr. Mind Flayer. Let me see if its ability does not recharge. Let's see. I need a dexterity saving throw from Alphonse.
Okay. And then I just have a quick question with the Paladin auras. Are those automatic, or is it something you have to...
Nope, that is automatic when
It
I'm
is
in
automatic,
your...
and he is within your range.
Yep.
So it's +3 to my saving
Yes.
throw.
Yep.
Well, that's a nat 20.
Oh, that reminds me. He is right next to you, so you also, Ash, need to make a dex saving throw.
That's 31.
31. Okay. So you're going to take half damage.
Okay.
Dex save, you said?
Yes.
That's a max roll, by the way.
That is 16. Do I do the +3 on myself? No.
It already on yours.
Yeah,
it already
does
counts
already
it.
Yep. So yeah.
A 16 is a pass though, so you will also take half damage.
What
Sounded
was
like a lot of
that?
fucking dice.
You will each take 12 lightning damage. So from this empty void in the sky, this beam of crackling lightning comes down, and just the area all around you is just singed. Both of you get hit, but you're able to kind of like duck behind Ash. And Ash's armor, it's super fancy armor, so it kind of dissipates it instead of just channeling it onto him.
Do I see this?
Oh yeah.
I go, Alphonse, you got a thing for meat shields, huh?
Don't judge me.
I am going to also. I'm going to hellish rebuke him.
Okay. That's a saving throw, isn't it?
Yep. I need.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a natural 2.
Perfect.
Nat 2.
So that's 2d10. I got 9 damage.
Okay. Hey, it's better than nothing.
Better than 8 damage.
That's true.
I also have to roll concentration.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that does not. No, 8.
That does not.
So you lose your protection.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
That brings us to Norris.
Perfect. How far away am I from Alphonse and Ash?
You are 40 feet.
I'm moving there.
Yeah, because you used your movement to get there. So
Yep. All right. So I'm moving back towards them, and I'm going to say, as I'm moving, I'm going to change my hand back into Lexi's, and I'm going to say, Alphonse, where do I point?
That away.
So I'm going to point Lexi's in the direction in which he said that away, and I'm going to fire a shot.
disadvantage.
All right. So anyway, 19 to
Ni-
hit.
Damn, 19 hits. Yeah.
Did you roll
Perfect.
concentration on my hit?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
2d8. That's not a d8.
We're all dropping dice here.
No, got a case
Dice
of the
down.
dropsies. 21 damage.
21 damage. Damn.
Jesus.
All right, and then I'm going to command my echo straight up in that area in which he pointed,
Okay.
30 feet. Actually, no, because he was, 40 feet?
You don't know.
Well,
He's-
I know he came down of 40-ish.
Yeah. You know he's in roughly that area.
That's fine. I'm going to send him
And
up.
you guys are still just shooting into blank space.
Right. I'm going to send him up and have him take a swing.
Okay. With disadvantage.
It doesn't hit.
Okay. So
It
you
was a
summon
2.
your summon your echo up in the air, and he's just like and just starts randomly just swinging and then crashes to the ground, taking fall damage and disappearing.
I didn't think echoes could take fall damage.
They're a corporeal form.
That's true.
They still fall and they have 1 hit point.
Perfect. So I no longer have my echo.
And since you summoned him in the air, that uses your bonus action summon.
That's fine.
Just so you know, going forward, if you summon him on 1 turn, he's there until he goes away.
Right.
So as long as you don't resummon him somewhere else, you can just keep doing it and use your bonus action for the swapping places and stuff like that. Or whatever else you need it for. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Ash.
All right. I'm gonna Swing at him again. Swing at this Dwayne the Johnson.
Dwayne the Shark Johnson.
Dwayne the Shark Johnson. Twice. Oh my god. 16 and an 18.
What are you shooting at? You're
I'm
trying to
not
hit
shooting.
the bullet.
I'm just
Yeah,
swinging at the bullet.
you're swinging at the bullet. The 18 hits.
Perfect. I'm gonna do Divine Smite on that one as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it as second or first level only. Oh. Oh my god, that's cocked. 6, 12, 15, 6. Hang on. 21 damage.
Ooh. Nasty hit. It's bloodied. It's hurting. You can see that with every hit you're just like breaking chunks of this armor plating off and exposing the soft flesh underneath.
I'm good. I'm done. That's it.
Okay, Alphonse.
Disadvantage attacks, air shots.
Okay.
Desk popping.
Desk popping.
There's one. Okay, 20.
Hits.
No sneak attack, right? On
No, you
disadvantage?
get sneak attack.
Sweet.
Oh, no, there's nobody around him, so no, you don't.
Yeah. So 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
That was both my attacks. And yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. That brings us to Bullet 2. He's just gonna swing it at Ash.
Mhm.
He's the one taking the most chunks out of it. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Shield.
Shield? Okay. So you dig your sword down and
He
shield
misses
comes out right between the two of you. And that puts your AC at what?
24.
24. Okay. All right. So it's just fucking angry and it's just pounding away at this shield that it just can't get through.
I look at him and go, "You are one ugly motherfucker."
That's a face only a mother could love.
Norris.
Yeah.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
No.
I'll give you one.
DC 15.
Wait, is he in my?
Mm-hmm.
He is in my aura. Yes.
Yes, he would be just inside
So
your
what's
aura.
that
So
mean
you have
for
a
me?
+3.
Plus 3 on your saving.
So that gives me a total of +5.
Fucking paladins.
17.
Damn. All right. Yeah.
Poly power.
So you feel something very familiar. You feel somebody try to push their way inside of your head
Not today,
and take control.
That was very, very Nora's saying.
With
Oh my
the finger
god.
wave though. These motherfucking paladins.
that was good.
I'd have myself a club made of hit points if you hadn't have been there. All right. Back to Norris.
Perfect. How far is the other how you doing from me? The bullet?
The bullet, it's like
Right, in
right
my
next
face?
to you. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going.
You all three are standing kind of close to each other, and you're just standing around the wreckage of the cart.
Perfect. I'm going to bonus action summon my Echo
Okay.
and send him over to the bullet,
Okay.
and he is going to make an attack on the bullet. So does he get my?
He get
Perfect.
It's just like you're hitting it.
Perfect. So that's going to be a 16.
16 does not hit. He
Perfect.
hits and the fist just cannot make it through.
Perfect. Well, then I am going to take a shot at the
Can I make a recommendation?
100%.
Because I know you forget things. You're new. Earlier you hit with a 17. You rolled a 16 and you have 1 luck point.
I will spend my luck point to punch them.
I'm happy to help.
You're the best, best DM in the world. Yeah, so I'm feeling lucky with that hit. That my shadow, Mr. Junior, can.
So
do it.
he hits and it stops, and he just out of pure anger just keeps pushing, and that flaming arm is just burning through the armor plating, and he digs his hand in there and rips a chunk out.
Yeah, buddy. So that is going to be. So how would I? That would just be an unarmed strike, but I'm raging. So would I use
That's your arm. Ignore unarmed strike. It doesn't exist.
perfect? All right, so that's going to be 2d6,
It's gonna be 4d6.
4d6.
Plus whatever your attack
Yeah.
modifier is.
Plus 5, 21.
21. Very nice hit. And then your second attack.
Second attack, I'm just going to remember where he told me to point and make a shot with Lexi's.
Okay.
Up in the air. At disadvantage.
Yep.
Uh, 15 doesn't hit.
15 does hit. Just barely.
Nicey. So that's going to be 2d8s.
Mind flares. Potentially very dangerous. Also quite squishy.
They're sorcerers.
Technically psionics, but
Fine. If you're going with technicalities,
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
please come back out.
How shitty did you roll? Did you roll your additional 2d6?
Do I do that every single time?
Yeah.
Yes, that's your rage.
Yeah.
How? What episode are we on? Because I haven't done that fucking once
Yes,
since
you
we've
have.
been raging. I don't. Well, here.
We
let
did
me-
do a real big gap with no combat.
well, okay. All right. My additional 2d6 would be another 7. So.
Okay. I got it. You're good. I have to roll
Concentration.
just one concentration. Okay. Yes. Maintain. Still invisible.
Jesus, this guy. Yeah.
Just barely. That brings us to Ash.
Well, I'm going to attack again. The
Bullet.
bullet, Dwayne the Shark Johnson.
Johnson.
Well, one misses. The other one's a crit.
All right. How does it die?
The crit king actually crits.
I know,
Yes.
right? I can actually do that sometimes instead of getting it critted on. I don't even have to spend it. Yay! I basically the first one just whips off, and it the sword flies above me, and then the second one I just come back down and just slice right into its freaking face, right through it.
Okay. And it as soon as you hit, the radiation just hits this thing, and it almost cauterizes as it slices through, and the two chunks, one of them crumples down, and then the other crumples down. Alphonse.
I would really like to do a rogue thing, but I don't know if it can really happen because these two didn't hold an action.
Hey man, tell me what you want to happen.
Okay, so I want to look at Norris and Ash, and I'm like, hey, throw me up there. And I put away my pistol and I pull out my microphone dagger. And I want to go airborne.
So you can hold your action. After telling them that, they can take their action on their turn and chuck you.
Fantastic.
But first, the Mind Flayer. Let's see. None of you see anything happen. Norris.
Oh,
Norris is going to grab Alphonse by the thighs and say, Godspeed, and hold my action for Ash to also grab him to throw.
Okay. Ash, you're up next.
He grabbed it. You grabbed low. Did you lift him at all?
No, I figured we
Okay.
could do a 1, 2, 3 heave ho.
I grab Ash and go, or Alphonse. I didn't grab myself. Hey. I grab and wrap my arms around him too to throw him, and I grab him by the butt and squeeze him by the butt and get ready to. And we do it like we're gonna huck him now.
Yeah, do we combine our action and chuck him?
Yeah.
Okay, combine action and chuck them.
Somebody roll a strength check with advantage.
Probably me. Well,
Your strength is better. Well, yeah, yeah, yours is way better.
Well, it'd technically be athletics.
also 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. 13?
13. So it's enough. You two are doing the like rocking him back and forth. and you give him this real good heave. He gets up about 10 feet and just smashes into a solid surface and comes crumbling back to the ground. I need to give me a dex saving throw.
What's his radius on his aura?
It's 10 feet.
Yeah, you're within 10 feet. You get the +3.
So 15, 18.
All right. So you hit, and you're able to like catch yourself, and you fall to your feet. But you just smashed into a solid surface, taking 6 bludgeoning damage.
I'm just looking at Alphonse and I'm like, you didn't go very far.
Thank God I didn't ask for the rocket boots.
Oh my god.
I look like I get hurt.
I don't feel good.
So after you come down to the ground, the Mind Flayer appears in the air and floats his way down, just slowly levitating down until he's right about 10 feet above you. He's, you fool. You hear this in your head. You fools. You cannot stop the wheels of progress. You can merely delay it for a moment. And you see, just like the brain, its top half and bottom half spin in opposite directions, and
I didn't get asked if he knew where the toilet was. Damn it.
and we'll pick it up there next week.
Well, dang it. Once again, thanks everyone for tuning in and listening to Dubstep and Dragons. We hope to check in next week as we find out what the fuck is going on. Don't forget to like us on your favorite podcasting platforms. Drop us a sub, and don't forget to leave a comment. Until next
A good
time.
comment.